I'm just gonna pass turn because like you really can't do anything. Like you deck yourself out. So we use Reborn card to bring back Nuno because we really don't have any plays. So I had to do something. So I bring back Nyla to go into the Feral Imp, and then he does something really dumb. So he thought the same thing with the SP play. So he used his Phantom of Yugioh to go into SP Little Knight. Because he's thinking he's able to banish my monsters, but he don't read. Alien counters mean that you can't activate your effects. So now he basically gave us a way out, a way to beat this board. And we call... Hey, yo! This is your boy, Mind Control. Come back with another video. And we're basically displaying that we went on a 7-game streak. We lost one. We won one, and then we lost another one. And this is 80% win rate. Jesus. And we basically going to show you what the deck is. So let me go back. And this is the deck that we're playing. We got 3 Maxis, 3 Ash, Alien Mars, 2 Alien Kid, Nunu, Nyla, Stealth Buster, Night Sword, Overlord, Curse, Abyss, Snake Ring, Lily, Recombination Device, Call by the Grave, Daybreak, the Spell Card Monster Reborn, 2 Virus, 3 Imperm, and 1 Brainwashing Being. With Feral Imp, Shock Trooper, IP, Reptilianne, SP, Haggard, Comet Slicer, fucking Celine Snapper for back row removal. Then we got Max, just in case we need to do something crazy. We got Chain, Underworld Goddess, and Stag. So basically these cards we basically don't go into because of us being reptile locked when we use Abyss, but it's still good to have in a deck because there's not good extra deck reptile monsters. But with that being said, let's go into the first replay. And we're back. And we're going second. So there's not always a go first type of deck, but we're playing against some bull crap. And this is, I guess, the real way to play Forbidden Droplet with these witches and whatnot, but we got Call by the Grave for that. Whatever that is, I don't even know what this card really does for real. So we Call by the Grave that immediately, get it out there. So we have cards in the hand. We're hoping that there's not a real threat, but if there is, we can still play through it since we have Snake Ring and Abyss in hand. So use Snake Ring to pitch that in the grave because we really don't care if we get Ash or not. It didn't get Ash, so that's also great. He Silence Strike the freaking Night Sword. I'm okay, well, this must be a back row heavy negate type of deck. So we use Nyla, and then we pitch Stealth Buster. We bring back Abyss, and we use Nunu. Bring Nunu back, use Curse, go into that, bring back Nyla to see if he have anything on the field, and he does, which we kind of predicted. So we use the Draco Utopian. So we still have Abyss, and he Forbidden Drop with us. So he has no more cards, and we're okay with that. You know what I mean? Too bad we put Abyss in defense mode, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. So we put normal summon Alien Kid and then pass turn. Well, no, we go into Shock Trooper, I believe. Yep, and then return turn. So he had to have a crazy top deck, which we're confident that he's not really playing anything. He's playing like a stall BS deck, but we're okay with that. So let's go to the next replay. And we're back. And we're going first. He had 2 snake rings in hand, and you love to see it so much. So he pitched for bring back Night Sword, use Curse, get Nyla, use Nyla to get the Daybreak, and we still have Abyss Engrave, and we're just basically using this like just in case he negate anything that we have on field as a backup plan, because Nunu still can pitch something to grave to get Nyla. So anyway it goes, we still would have been good. So we go immediately into Slicer. Slicer get our virus, and we have so many plays that it's kind of like crazy. You know what I mean? Like we could do basically anything. So we bring back Abyss. Then we use Snake Ring again to pitch some aliens in the grave this time, because we want Alien Mars on field. But yeah, I forgot we did go into Pearl Imp to grab a monster in the hand. What did we grab? Alien Kid. We used that to get Alien Mars back, and that's why I messed up there. I blocked the zone by accident. But we was gonna get rid of this anyways, so it don't really matter. Use Shock Trooper, and that's the reason why I got Alien Kid, because you need to pitch a monster from hand to make Alien Shock Trooper shit active. And this is against Infernoble, right? Not Infernoble, Infernal, right? And I don't really know what this monster does, so I just immediately opted out to destroy everything. I think it said something about banish everything in grave or something like that. We can't really have that happening. So you use Reasoning, and this deck loves to pitch everything to the graveyard. So I forgot which level I picked, but he's gonna be like milling a crap ton of cards. But currently he's Alien locked, and we have a contingency with Alien Mars being on field. Granted, he can break this field easily, but he's going to get rid of his battle phase. So that's what I think I did. I think I made it level 1 because I know that the level 1 monster that he have. I rather him pitch that in the grave because that's like his best card. And he's pitching, he's doing more. And you see the counter on the left hand side, right? He's running out of the cards. So I know that I believe there's one card that he have engraved that can shuffle things back into deck, but he still's like digging really deep into the deck with 2 cards. And I think he used it now. Yeah, he shuffled 3 cards back in now. But at the end of the day, you only have 5 cards, and your deck is mainly pitching things to the graveyard. So I don't know how well he's going to fare with that. So he go into this monster and he realized that everything's negated, so that he underworld goddess us. But he don't understand that you're still negated. You're still negated. I'm sorry, bro. So he get rid of Alien Mars finally. So now his battle phase is basically done for. And I think this is why I should use recombination device. I don't know if I did or not. So he immediately banished Slicer, but we all know that we can get another one. And I can always use Daybreak to shuffle it back. That's what happened. I let him delete everything because there's no reason to put alien counters on cards that's going to be destroyed anyways. So he ended up destroying our recombination device before I can even use it. And then he goes into Hitta, and we only have 2 cards that he can possibly use. So he gets the Alien Mars. I think he going to Promethean Princess. Yeah. And it's kind of looking bad for us right now, I ain't gonna lie. But we still have hope, because we still have things engraved. And then he goes into dig for 12 more. So I'm like, okay, I think the only card he had, I would pick level 12 at the time, because I'm like, okay, he don't have no cards that's level 12. But he ended up shuffling back that level 1 monster. So he got lucky. But as you can see, he has 1 card left. That's 2 turns. So I guess he believed that his board is strong enough to like basically stop me from doing anything. But he don't know I'm a graveyard heavy deck. So we use Nunu, and he Promethean us immediately, which is like, I kind of knew you was going to do that, so it doesn't really hurt anything. Then we use Buster to destroy one card. We destroy the one that can destroy stuff. Then we use that to get Alien Kid in the grave to bring Curse. He uses this monster because he think he's gonna be able to use the effects, but they're negated. So we get Nunu, and then we basically go back into our plays. So we really use Nunu to basically bait out his interruption, and it worked like a charm every time. So I don't know what we're going to first. Is this? Oh yeah, reptilianne. So we basically want to make this 0. So we want him to use this effect. So we bait him out. So now we go into Slicer. And I think this is why I did a big brain play. And I did not do it. I was supposed to go and get freaking Overlord. I think that's what I did do. I did get Overlord. And he used this dumbass card. I forgot what it's called. The Ghost Meet Girl. So I can't summon anything from extra deck. But it's okay. So I brought back Alien Kid. And I put counters on that. And I think I ran out of freaking alien monsters in my deck. That's what happened. That's the reason why I couldn't destroy it. But he cannot kill this turn, so we're good. That's what happened. I ran out of alien monsters. And that never happens. And he used Nightmare Phoenix to destroy the face down monster, but he don't remember that he got counters on, so he can't really do anything. His Underworld Goddess is already in the grave. And this really scared me, because I thought he was going to shuffle those back into deck, but he wasn't. He didn't. He put it back in the graveyard. I'm like, okay, well, like, you're really not doing anything. You're just trying to build a board. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to destroy everything, so we're still good. So he banished Nunu also, so I guess he think that's my follow-up. But you have no cards in your deck, sir. So what you're really trying to accomplish? Because I'm highly confused. I don't think he knows he have no cards in the deck. Yeah, he used all the effects of special summoning from grave, and he ended his turn. So I'm like, all right, let's make sure that none of these cards can basically shuffle deck. So I did my due diligence. I destroyed one of them. He used himself to tribute off. So that's his only negate they have on board. So he banished Alien Mars. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna pass turn because, like, you really can't do anything. Like, you decked yourself out. This is the one time that he basically played himself. Let's go to another one. And we're back. And we're going first. Because we're playing against what? We're playing against goddamn Tenpai, that's why. But this is going to be a resilient ass first turn. And he don't even know. So he DD Crow, our Nunu. And we're like, which is pretty decent, you know what I mean? It's not bad, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's kind of aggravating. So then he he activated our Abyss. So we bring Abyss back, right? And then we just banish, and he just leaves. So he thought that one DD Crow was going to stop us from playing, but he freaking banished the wrong card. He banished Nunu. He should have banished Abyss. But let's go to that replay. I'm showing you all the replays from the 10 games. So if you see that it's like non-eventful games like this, then just know why. And we're back. And we're going first again. I don't know if y'all want me to delete the games that wasn't that exciting, but it is what it is. This is what we're doing here. So we use Reborn card to bring back Nunu because we really don't have any plays, so I had to do something. So I bring back Nyla to go into the Feral Imp just so I can get Nyla again, right? And then pitch that in the grave so we can have some plays. Because I need Curse in grave to do anything. So we end up using Monster Reborn on our turn to bring back a card so we can have plays. So it's I think it's versatile and it works well, and that was one of them unique circumstances where it worked really well. So we go into Cosmic Slicer, and since we have the virus card in hand, we can get a recombination device. And then we go into Shocker. I believe we leave Overlord in hand just because we want to use it to pitch it with Shock Trooper. And we put Abyss in grave. Oh no, we didn't. I did something stupid. So, no I didn't. I did it right this time. Never mind. One game I did it wrong. But we did that so we can get goddamn Alien Mars on field. And now we have the greatest board that can be built. Right? And we're playing against goddamn Infernoid, whatever the hell that shit called. Again, and I promise you, this is Master Rank. People like just playing this deck. So, I believe the first game, I kind of like played it wrong. I played this deck 3 times before I did on my streak. The first time, he kind of like cooked me because I didn't know what the cards did. This time, I have a better understanding of the cards. I was reading them while I was playing. So this time, the game should be a lot less grindier and a lot less, more in our favor than not. So right now he's doing plays, which I don't know what he's doing, and I'm not trying to read it. But yeah, this time I pick up a 1. So just in case he does draw into that card, we just gonna pitch that right in the grave, and that's what happened. So this time around, we played this deck, I guess, a lot better. And right now he's doing plays, and now I'm getting nervous because I'm like, okay, he's gonna go into freaking Underworld Goddess and get rid of Slicer again. But he didn't. He didn't make it that high. And then I think this is the card to shuffle stuff back in deck, and I stopped that immediately. And he got 37 cards, so there's no way that he's really gonna deck himself out this game. But right now, I think he's still not really sure about what's going on at all. And I think after this play, that's when he's decided to get rid of the Slicer. So then I use that to get that engraved, to put more counters on it. And I should have put it on that card. I don't know why I put it on freaking but it don't matter. So you get rid of both our monsters that put to negate their monsters, but it's all good though, because he's done with his battle phase. And I would say that Maxi did carry this game, but because now I'm looking at the draws and I'm like, okay, well, this kind of like, yeah, it's a little different. But he comes up with a pretty good board, despite being under Maxi. I think he tried to deck me out. Yeah. Let's just fast forward this a little bit. He tried to deck me out, and then he realized he couldn't, and then he stopped in the midst of it. Oh yeah, embarrassed. Patrice. So, yeah. He did do that cheesy lock, so yeah. So that's turn 1. And then yeah, he did do the lock immediately after this. So he goes into that void play, which makes him summon a bunch of the level 1 monsters back to back to back. And then he used Beatrice to send the transaction roll back to the grave, which kind of like allow him to lock me out my extra deck for the rest of the turn. But most of my cards are in the graveyard anyways, so it's not as bad. So I use that to basically make this card as low as possible, and then I'm basically putting alien counters on everything. And then I bring back Overlord, and then he immediately negates the Abyss. So I call by the Grave It because I don't want him to come back with that card no more. Which doesn't really, no, that was the Promethean, yeah. Which is good. So you get rid of the Abyss and negate it, which sucks, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So we use that to get rid of that card. And he used Raging Phoenix, and we call by the Great That also, because we're not going to try to have you bring back all these BS cards. But unlucky for him, we have a bunch of cards that we can set. We got Brainwashing Being, 2 Imperms. So we're sitting well. So we use Curse to get rid of Shock Trooper. And then he bring back the Infernoid monster, but he thinking that he can use the effects, and he chain block it for us, so it was even better than that. And then I did something dumb here. I used Daybreak, not realizing that I'm blocked out my extra deck. So that's when I stopped putting tokens on the board, because I'm like, okay, well, this is serving no purpose, because I'm blocked out the extra deck. So I grab another Lily, and I use that to go into, get the Slicer back. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, worst come to worst, I'll leave a slot open to use the beam to take his monster. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I kind of messed up with the tokens, and I realized, no, I was able to battle through things, but now we have Nyla on the board for no reason at all. And we was able to set enough cards and also be able to, be able to keep cards in our hand without discarding. And that's when he realized he's still locked because he can't get rid of Slicer, so then he concedes. I'm sorry about the mechs he played, but you know, when it comes to ladder, you have to play what everybody plays, and it only makes sense. Let's go to the next report. And we're back. And we're going first. And this is where we use Lily to make plays. So we use that to throw Abyss in the grave, right? And then we use Nyla to throw these two cards in the grave. And since something was thrown in the grave, Abyss comes out. And then we use Abyss to bring Nyla back. And that's when he used his Imperm. So, okay, well, at least we got that out the way, right? So we use Nunu to bring on Phil. Put all three of those on, and then we go into Slicer. So this is not an ideal setting, but it's something that we have. So we use that to put counters on Slicer. We get Alien Kid. Use Alien Kid to summon him out, and then we set to and pass, which is kind of like it's a weak board, but at the same time it's something. And we're playing against Yugioh, you know, and this is going to be an interesting battle because they don't know what my cards do, and they tend to forget that the Alien Lock is for monsters that can't be destroyed too. Granted, you can't destroy them because it's not an activating effect, but at the same time they go in defense mode, so them being in defense mode, I take no damage. So Nightmare Pain ain't gonna work even though you have it. So we good. So we do that. He goes spell our Abyss, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Cause I want to get Alien Mars on field just in case he get rid of my goddamn Slicer. So he goes into the Lotus and he brings Spirit Yugioh. Yugioh special summon, so he goes in defense mode. And Alien Kid take care of that. Even if you did have Nightmare Pain, you're still in defense mode. So then I use Recombination Device to get Stealth Buster and use that to pitch Stealth Buster to pitch 4 in grave. That bring Night Sword and Abyss from the graveyard. And Alien Stealth. A Call by the Grave Abyss. Because everybody hate Abyss. They realize that's a recursion that people don't want to deal with. And I don't blame them. I think that's the best Call by the Grave target, to be honest. So Night Sword still comes out. We use that to go into Feral Imp. And Feral Imp, I think we grab a card. No Alien Kid, yeah. Use that to get Curse on the field. Curse bring Nyla. Nyla bring Daybreak. And then we basically use this to get rid of some of that Backrow. He wasn't flashing, but at the same time, it's always best to get rid of Backrow and get rid of the Throne. Because that gives him more indestructible monsters, and we don't want indestructible monsters, right? So I destroyed both of those. And he had Escape for Unchained. He summoned out Sama. But we really don't care. So I get Reptilianne, and then I put the Unchained monster in 0. I'm able to grab 2 monsters since he got 2 monsters at 0. So he helped us out with Yugioh monsters. And then I go into Coil. And summon out Alien Kid, grab Abyss, push Abyss back in grave. We got one more turn, so we all set. And use that to summon that out. So I'm thinking right now that I can destroy it, and I can. So I just smack him just to be funny, right? But right now, I'm already knowing that I can't win this turn. I was gonna go into freaking SP Little Knight, but it would not serve any purpose because I won't win that turn. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just do it next turn. So that get pushed in defense mode, and then he does something really dumb. So he thought the same thing with the SP play. So he used his Phantom of Yugioh to go into SP Little Knight because he's thinking he's able to manage my monsters, but he don't raid. Alien counters mean that you can't activate your effects. So now he basically gave us a way out, a way to beat this board. And we draw into the call by the grave. So I'm like, okay, immediately I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to my own SP Little Knight and I'm gonna get rid of your Spirit of Yugioh. And that's when you leave. Because you know what time it is. Granted, I had to wait one more turn because I can't attack directly, but at the same time, I got rid of your problem monster. Let's go to another replay. And we're back. And we're going second. And we have Maxi again. But I will tell you this much. Maxi will not be as prevalent as it was before. Granted, I'm going to use it. Because why not? But I won't get as many draws as you think. So, once he put that the Wanted Seeker down, then I shotgun Maxi. Because I know once he gets the Bellstar, he can just summon it without any notification. But he ashed it, so don't get mad. Maxi did not resolve, right? I think only one game Maxi resolved. Only one. Granted, it resolved very well, but only resolved once. So you got the Bellstar, and then we let him get Original Sin forward. We're not going to negate any of this. We're trying to see what deck is he playing. So he's playing Snake Eyes. Okay, cool. We can definitely imperm Ash. If it was Rescue Ace, we want to do imperm the Turbulence. So we imperm the Ash, and he still have more plays, and he gets a draw, so he can have it as discard fodder, and he gets the same monster. So he summon out two horse monsters. Now I was hoping it was going to Zombie Vampire and pitch Monster to Grave, but he didn't. So it kind of sucks. So we use Nunu to pitch Abyss, use Nunu to summon out, grab Stuff Buster, and get King of Feral Imp. Use that to see if we can grab something, and he imperms us. And which I kind of figured that it was something disruptive, but I didn't know it was imperm. So it kind of messed us up a little bit, but at the same time, we still have recombination device. And this allows us to pitch a monster to the grave, and it activates our Abyss. So our Abyss comes from the Abyss, and it's great. We bring back Alien Kid, and we go take all three of those and go straight into Slicer. So Slicer get rid of the 3000 level one, which kind of sucks because this is the one that can like push a monster to the grave. So we use Stuff Buster to put counters on that one too, so that one can't activate. So now we fully immune, and then we use Overlord to put counters on everything. Again, afterwards, we use that, put counters on everything, and right now we cannot get rid of the freaking what's this card called? The King Sarcophagus. So we didn't attack it to the monster because he would just got rid of our shit. So he goes into SP Little Knight. I mean IPA, Masquerena. He summoned that out. He used the King, and then we negate the whole column. Now we know that he's going to get rid of our monster. And he's going to get rid of Slice of anything else. So we just imperm that one just so we can make his attack lower so we don't lose all our monsters. And he does something extremely dumb. He goes into Appaloosa, and it's only 2400 attack. That's nothing, bro. I would just activate one effect and then kill my battle phase. So that's what I did. I tried to put a counter on it, he negates it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to play into your negates no more, so I'm just going to use Recombination Device, grab at the hand to have something to discard, and I'm just going to attack over that. Too easy. And this is where our deck shines. So we're able to go into full plays with just one card in hand. Full board. So we bring Abyss back. We get Night Sword. We use Curse to pitch that. Get Curse. He bring back the Bellstar. Okay, whatever. We don't really care. The Bellstar is negated, so it don't really matter if we activate it. But this is also pretty good too, because this allows us to get another monster in our hand. Use Daybreak, get Nunu. We go into Reptilianne. Change freaking the Bellstar to 0. Use Daybreak, get 3 tokens. And then we add one monster to hand, Alien Mars, which is okay. And then we go into Slicer. No, this is, Celine Snapper to get rid of the King Sarcophagus. Because we don't want that on field. That's his recursion. So we're basically breaking them down slowly, little by little. So we go into chains. Then we bring back Slicer. And then we have so much advantage that we don't even know what to do with the rest of these cards. So I just get rid of the token because I don't want him to draw into a freaking evenly match and get rid of all my monsters. And this is basically, we just use that to go into another Slicer because why not, right? So we did that just so we can get the effect and then get Virus to hand, just in case he has some plays we can just destroy his plays. Because we still have Alien Overlord in hand. I mean on board. And he realized that, okay, well, the card I drew wasn't good enough, so he concedes. And we're back. And we're going second. And we're playing against, you already know it, Voiceless Voice. So we Ash the Diviner, which is a great Ash, I may add. Great Ash. But he has everything in hand. So he goes there and he goes into his level 7. And if you tribute summon Diviner, it still gets the effect, so he gets low on field. So this sucks a lot. So he gets Barrier. Barrier gets Safari, and then he used Safari to bring Skull Guardian in hand, and he basically got full combo. So our only saving grace is please go into Dino so I can use this Monster Reborn card. That's what I'm thinking in my head the whole time. Please overcook, because by you overcooking, you're saving us, right? You're saving us. So please overcook. He get the Diviner, get the low. He got the Odd Eyes, so I'm like, oh shit. If he was Odd Eyes, I'm cooked. But he ended up going for the prayer play. He going to Dyna Mondo. So I'm like, cool, I have a little chance. So I'm thinking, that card in there must be the trap card, I forgot what his name is. So I'm like, okay, well, he got 1 interruption. So he used Dyna, I'm like, immediately, I'm going for the Reborn. So I end up grabbing the Skull Guardian, because that's the Omni Negate, and if he have the card in his hand, if that's a trap card, he can still get low. So I don't want to stop him from having the low. I'd rather stop him from getting the Skull Guardian. So then we go into our plays. So we get Curse, get Nunu, get the Abyss, and he has freaking Summon Limit. Are you kidding me? Bro. Bro, that's so weak. Why is this card not limited any way, shape? Oh, it's limited to 1. I beg your pardon. Never mind. He drew into the 1 of, and it killed my plays, bro. So, yeah. So I end up stopping my plays with this trash freaking board. And there's nothing I can really do. So I use this before he gets the any cards on board, because he's about to be untargetable. So he get the Odd Eyes. Odd Eyes going to allow him to get freaking low back on field. So I use this time to get Abyss from the graveyard, and I'm like, okay, well, if I don't do it now, then there's really no chance for me getting Abyss anytime soon. So I use that immediately. And right now I'm thinking like freaking summon limit is really cooking me right now. And he gets prayer, blessing, and he get rid of Skull Guardian. So I'm like, damn. Now he can add that back to hand, and he got blessing. So I'm thinking like there's really nothing I can really do for real. Summoning limit is limiting me a lot, so much. So he used Safari to get the card in hand, so he can have no targeting, but whatever. And now it's our turn. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just normal summon this out, which was a dumb idea. It was really stupid. I should have used Abyss effect so I can at least have a chance, but I ended up summoning this out and it wasn't the right play. But I mean, with summoning limit, what is the right play? So now he has an Omni Negate. He has 2 pops. So there's really, like, I'm pretty much cooked. So I go into Snapper to see if I can at least, he'll allow me to freaking negate his monster, negate stuff. And then he used Radiance to destroy it. So I didn't even get a chance to activate it. So I use Recombination Device. And he negates it with Pendulum Grab. And I'm like, oh my god, dude. And then now it's nothing in hand, so I just concede. Cause I'm like, the summon limit is what beat me. That was his max C. If he didn't have that card, we would have been good. And we're back. And we're going second. And this hand is trash. Complete trash. Playing a Seer Limit, I have 2 maxis in hand. I got to use them. Now granted, he doesn't play into maxi, so there's no, oh, maxi carried you 2 out of 10, 2 out of 80 a game or whatever. But he gives me, I believe, 1 card, and that's it. And it was the perfect card. And I asked this effect because I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna allow you to get too much advantage, right? So I asked to Kikalos, but it doesn't really stop him completely. But that board is unimpressive. But he got maxi, so I can't really say that, you know, I outplayed him. So I end up going to my place, and I had the best discards in the freaking deck in my hand, and I'm hoping that he imperms me, but he forbid droplet. So I'm like, that is completely fine. I am completely okay with that. So I end up letting him do that. Boom. So I use Curse to pitch it, which I could have did the new play, but it's all good. I think I'm still trying to bait out what's in his hand, but it can't be too much. So I have to ash. I'm not really scared of Maxi either. So he get Nunu, and then he leave before I can finish my plays. Which is respectable because I did have Maxi, so I can't really be mad. We got one more replay. And we're back, and we're going second again. Maxi Monster Reborn special card against Macancos. Going second, but they going first, and they chose to go first too. So I maxied him on the Ritual Summon ceremony. He calls out Detonators. 1-up card, by the way. Great use too. So, yeah, I was thinking that it was one of them Infinovo freaking combo decks, but he's playing a 40 card deck, and he pitched a triple tactics. He draws into 2 of them. So that's 2, bro. That Maxi fixed his hand. Because if I didn't Maxi, he would have been stuck. But I kind of fixed his hand for him, and he drew the 1-up card. He drew 3 dead cards. If I had Maxi, he would have been dead. If I had Imperm, he would have been messed up. But it is what it is. So he's doing his hero call and all this other BS. I really don't think this way of playing the deck is interesting. Got ISO, then this is why I realized he wasn't playing the Infinable variant, because his pitches wasn't Infinable-ish. It was kind of like he was playing a main freaking Makanko type of deck. So he uses Kin and get Jin warrior shit, makes me discard one card. I discard the recombinations. And I'm thinking like, yeah, so it does work if I pitch it this turn anyways, so it works out. So he used some cheesy mechanics, which I think is kind of like, And I did make a fatal mistake in this game, but I could have been 9-1, but it is what it is. So he do some cheap stuff like give me this monster. I'll pause at the end. His dumb self banished himself. But yeah. So this card is number 30. You cannot special summon any monsters. During the standby phase, detach one monster from this card or take 2,000 damage. I'm playing against Makankos. I'm not going to take 2,000 damage. So what happened was I just discard. I got rid of the Kin card. So what he don't know is, yeah, he called by the grave the Nunu. But what he don't know is, he doesn't know that my cards, like Curse doesn't special summon, it tribute summon. So that's our out. So I get Curse, use recombination device. I don't know why I use it now. Get Overlord. Oh, I couldn't tribute summon from there because never mind. You're right. It was a special summon from grave still. You could tribute one monster, then you could special summon. You still can't special summon. So I need the Overlord to tribute summon over the freaking XE monster. So I end up getting lucky with the recombination device. So I'm doing my plays, right? And this is why I feel like having Alien Mars on field is a very, very vital piece to the Alien Lock combo, just in case they get rid of Slicer. So use Virus, and you're thinking like, yeah, why have Alien Mars if you have freaking Monster Reborn? Well, we're playing against Makanko. They pitch things back to hand. So this is where I mess up at. I still have freaking Daybreak. I could have used Daybreak, shuffle back Nunu or Nyla, put the Daybreak in the put the Alien Mars in grave, use Monster Reborn to summon it in defense mode and negate all his monsters. But I didn't do that, and that was my fault. And of course, it's a fatal mistake because he has water, and he's just gonna push his junk right back to hand. And I didn't think nothing of it, right? But it's all good though. So I end up doing this to do the Alien Lock, but I'm an idiot also because I did it a little bit too late. And since the water's already attached, it doesn't destroy anything. So I could have just waited until he summoned this out. But all of this is kind of like hindsight is 2020 type of thing, and it is what it is. So he used Nightmare Phoenix to try to destroy. He reached for the Imperm, which I'm okay with, but I just use Imperm anyway. Since it's going to be destroyed, why not just use it, right? And then he get free. And right now I'm feeling a little confident. I'm like, okay, well, there's no way he can kill me this turn, because I don't think he can put up enough damage on board. So then I use Gift Free because I didn't want him to resummon that back out, just so I can have some protection, right? And I put it in defense mode because his Makanko cards reflect damage. So putting in attack, that's 6,000 attack if he used 2 Makanko monsters, and I'm damn near dead. But he had a god tier hand, and it was like for no purpose, right? I'm pretty much cooked. After that, he just kept summoning more and more Makanko monsters, and he used Rondo to switch to No, he got another Macaco monster, yeah. That's what happened. And it kind of sucks because I could have stopped all this if I would have just did the right play. As far as like if I would have had Alien Mars on field, it would have stopped a lot of plays. It made him use his battle phase, but I didn't do that, so it is what it is. Let's go to the deck list. That's 10 games. So this version, for whatever reason, I promise you, I didn't play against any Tenpai. Well, the one turn play when he quit, but I didn't play against no Tenpai for whatever reason. I was ready for Tenpai. I got 100%. That's why I got the Monster Reborns in deck. I got all of that, and I ain't play against any Tenpai. A little disappointed, but it is what it is. But this is a deck. I feel like this is a legit, competitive, fun version of playing the deck. And as you can see, we can scroll through right now. This is from 15. At that, I switched to this deck. Well, no, that's not that one. Apologies. I switched to this one, and this is one of the first battles. And then I went all the way through, and that's 10 games in a row. 10 games in a row. 7 games straight. 8 for 2. Deck is pretty good. It can it's pretty decent going second. It's okay going second, but it's a lot better going first, especially if you don't get max C. But we can play through interruptions, and I think with some support, this would be a tier 2 deck. Now I'm calling it out. Let's make it happen, Konami. I'll buy each one of them cards. I'll try to go for everything being royal. This would be my main deck. Please let it happen. But until then, we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna keep trying to revise these cards. I mean, revise this deck and make it top tier. And it is what it is. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the new subscribers. Let's get it to 500. We have like what, 345 right now. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you for the support. Cue the outro.